Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Progressively Yours Health and Wellness Podcast. I'm Imani.
And I'm J. Bernard Kine, Sr. Welcome.
And it is we have a wonderful, wonderful show. I always say that I should just say something else. But as always, when we do these shows, we put a lot into them. And we're blessed with such amazing guests. And tonight, we will not disappoint you as far as that's concerned. So everything is going to be positive. It's going to be just encouraging, enlightening, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to let start with his spiritual motivation.
Thank you, Imani. This is a ritual that we started at the beginning. That we started at the beginning of each show. You participate if you like. It is just a brief breathing meditation and a short reading from Thich Nhat Hanh tonight, Your True Home. So I begin by asking you to close your eyes first if you like, and take in 3 breaths in and out, 3 and 4. Begin to relax your body so that your heart will receive what is intended for you tonight. Tonight's reading is entitled, Feed Your Love, Not Your Suffering.
And who is it by?
This is by the deceased ancestor now, Thich Nhat Hanh, who was a Buddhist monk. Was nominated by Martin Luther King Jr. for the Nobel Peace Prize, I think back in 1968, 67, where I can't remember the exact year. They were good friends because Thich Nhat Hanh exiled from Vietnam because he protests the war in Vietnam, and he and Dr. King were very good friends. Feed your love, not your suffering. Nothing can survive without food, not even suffering. No animal or plant can survive without food. In order for our love, we have to feed it. If we don't feed it, or we feed it the wrong kinds of nutrients, our love will die. In a short time, our love can turn into hate. Our suffering, our depression also needs food to survive. If our depression refuses to go away, it's because we keep feeding it daily. We can look deeply into the source of nutrition that is feeding our suffering. Feed instead your love, not your suffering. It is indeed for the ancestors. Ashe.
Ashe.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. That was nice. I really like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a nice, it's going to be a nice segue in terms of introducing guests this evening. Because the first time I heard Cubias speaking, the first thing I said was, what a sweet and loving individual.
Mm.
I mean, just love just oozes from. And in so many ways, he was an answer to a prayer and has been that for so many people. So I'm gonna bring on Dr. Cubias while I speak about him, so you can see his face while I tell you just a little bit about him, and then we're gonna get right into our interview. Hello, Dr. Cubias.
Dr.
Hello.
Yes, hello, welcome.
Thank
So
you. Thank you for the invitation.
you're so welcome and so
Nada.
deserving. Dr. Cubias is a naturopathic doctor and a pastor and chaplain, and he is has was trained mostly in the United States, and his passion has always been helping people and helping people to heal in a natural way. He created some really powerful natural formulas. Oh, gee, almost 25 years ago. And he has been studying them, having them studied by universities and even FDA, and other folks have taken a look at what he's doing, and everyone says they check out, and that's such a um, powerful statement. Dr. Cubias is one of three children born originally in El Salvador, South America. So, Dr. Cubias, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I really love the invitation.
Mm.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Oh well, it's our pleasure. Absolutely, we're always trying to introduce our listeners and viewers to people who are making a difference in the world, especially in terms of health and wellness. So once we met, online a number of times to people about your products and the programs, I said to Bernard, I said, we have to get Dr. Cubias on our show. And well,
Thank
maybe it's a
you.
dream. Maybe it's a dream, but I'm honored that you agreed to come on and speak with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to start the discussion?
Yes, Dr. Cubias, there's always one question, couple of questions in particular that I always like to ask our guests at the beginning. And Imani will dive into the heart of your being with us tonight for our listening audience. But before we get to that, would you share with us and our audience something about who you are from your early life growing up in your family, whatever comes to mind. We're not looking for anything in particular, just kind of share elements of your early life story. 0 to 12 years old, what comes to mind?
Oh, wow. When I was 12 years old, oh, believe me, I was just dreaming about different things because,
Yeah.
like you said, I grew up in El Salvador, and right there, there's too many limitations and different stuff. But anyway, I was dreaming big. I was just, I was sure God have something different for me, and actually for all of us in my family. But I said, how can I know what is it? Anyway, like most of the people, I try to do it on my way. But like I was telling you earlier, and I always say, God just programmed the GPS of the life, and
Mm,
there's nothing you can do with that. I mean, because I try to do everything in my way, and I just heard the voice of God saying, recalculating, and bring me where He wants me to be. I said,
yeah.
no, I want to go that way. Just let me go, suffer a little bit there, and then come back, recalculating, and again to the same place. And anyway, that was happening. After that, I just came to United States about 30 years ago,
Mhm.
almost my age. Okay.
Right, right. You look so
Yeah.
young.
30 years ago, I just came to United States. I had that opportunity. And of course, like any other immigrant, we were just trying to make a life here,
Mhm.
looking for a change of life. And thanks God, like I said, He just pushed us. I can say push us because we were trying different ways, but then He just pushed us where we have to be. And we were blessing with different opportunities, and at the end, thanks God, I have the opportunity. I always say I didn't create anything. Everything is a gift of God. But the good thing is he picked on me as a messenger. That's what I can tell you. I said, because believe me, even sometimes I just grab one bottle of the products, look at the sky, and I say, thanks God, because this is yours.
Mm.
I'm just the messenger, and just tell him, please bring me with the people who need it. And after that, we keep doing that, doing the same. And at the end, we just said we will try to recover. Maybe sounds huge, but we just put it in this way. We're just trying to recover the plan, the original plan of God.
Mm.
And like I said, remember the Bible says the leaves of the trees have to be the medicine of the nations. And that's why we said what we have here to share with people is just a gift of God for the humanity. And that's why, thanks God, every single day we're trying to help more people. And even let me tell you, what I did one time, long time ago, I think it was maybe 15 years old. I remember I steal the phrase from Moses. Moses, he just said, if you're not coming with me, leave me here. I mean, don't let me get out if you're not coming with me. And then I just start saying that to God. If you're not coming with me, let me stay here. I don't want to get out. And thanks God, He's always with me, and I can see the difference. That's why I think we have the opportunity, like I said, to help people, and we saw many results. Like you said, we started in 1998, long time ago now, and we've been in a long, long way, and we still have more to do. But thanks God, right after that, to making the long history shorter, we create 3 years ago a healer team. That's what we did for share with people those products. And even let me tell you, at that time when the COVID started 3 years ago, I had an accident. I got born with hot liquid, 225 degrees. I can say almost the 50% of my body and my face got burned, terrible burn. And that night was when the LA it was closed out because the COVID. About 7 o'clock at night time, I got born, and of course I was scared because everybody told me you have to go to the hospital, and I said no. Anyone who crossed that door now has COVID, and I don't want to. That's what I said. But anyway, I stayed home, and my wife was taking care of me because I couldn't do too much. All of my back, this area, my face, everything was born. And the thing is, I just stayed home, and all I was doing to be healed, it was drinking the products, limping
Mm.
cell and nervimine. And of course, we prepared a cream, especially for my skin, because I need to recover. Anyway, at that time, I have to stay home for 3 months. But thanks God, 3 weeks later, my face and my body was healed already with no scares at all. And the most amazing thing is, thanks God, I didn't have any pain any other day. And because I didn't have anything else to do, like I said, I had to stay home. Even my wife, she got the key of my car because she called me, you cannot leave. You have to stay here. And I said, and she knows I don't like to walk too much. And then she said, you're not walking. I will take the key. Anyway, at that time, I had the opportunity to start creating healer team, and the plan and everything we have in there. I had that opportunity, and like I said, I just was praying and telling God, just give me uh, the opportunity to share with people what we're doing right now. And again, I just confirm I have to be the messenger, and we create healer team, and we start helping people and families with healer team, trying to teach people being healthy is a lifestyle. That's what we're doing after that problem. And you know what? Until now, I just say thanks to God because I had that accident. Because if I didn't have the accident, I will keep doing the same I was doing before. I never will think about healer team before because I was like everybody. busy in something else. But because of that accident, like I said, I didn't have anything else to do. I create healer team. That's what I did.
So let's go back in time a little bit and talk about your formulas, tracks. What led you? I mean, I know it sounds like you were guided by God to do what you do, and I think that's what separates people who are making a difference in the world and those who are not, just by listening to, I say listening to spirit, but just listening to God, however you say it. But talk about that part.
Okay. I wish tell you I did everything, because we'll be really good. But honestly, we are a team. We always work as a team. And it's not just me. We have a people behind us. It's always helping us. And what we do is with all of that people, what we did is, while more of the companies were making money selling different products, we were just looking for something really good, looking for something to help. Because honestly, all of our team, we never focus in order to make money. We just want to help. That was it. And that's why, as a team, all of us get together and we got the results. We got what we were looking for. That's why I always say, believe me, for me, I never want to get any credit because, like I said, it's a team. And the leader of our team, of course, is God. Yeah, even if you ask me who's the associate of the company or anything else, I will tell you 51% of everything belong to God. The rest, we can play with them, with the 49. But the 51 is from him. And that's why I said we are a team. Like I said, I wish to say it's me, but now it's not true. I don't want to lie.
I think you're just very humble, Dr. Cubias,
I was
and
thinking
that
that
other
I was
people
thinking that same
are
word
blessed
early
to
on.
work
Yeah.
with you. But I think you are just truly, truly humble and connected to God, to spirit like that. Tell us a little bit. One of the things when people have asked me what I've learned about your products, and I say, well, Dr. Cubias says if you clean the blood and the organs and the cells, then the body does what it needs to do to straighten itself out and to balance itself out. Talk a little bit about that, because I think that's something that makes your product so unique in terms of what they're doing.
Yes, of course. Let me tell you this. I always say this. There's nothing to cure. Nothing. There's no medicine. There's no plants. There's no products. Nothing to cure. The body do it by itself. And everybody know that. The body has the capacity to heal, to repair, or even to, to restore everything. Just the body by itself. And the example I always use is, for example, if you break a bone, there's no doctor who can weld your bond. All the doctor have to do is create the right environment and make sure the bond is in the right position in order to let the body heal the bone, the broken bone. That's what he can do, nothing else. Right. And then with the body, it's exactly the same. Of course, like I always say, I don't have a scientific background in order to say this, but I've just used the common sense, and I said, if you create the right environment into your body and give to the body the right tools, the body will do the job, and the job will be to heal, to regenerate everything. And that's what is happening exactly. If you just create the right environment, removing all the toxins, cleaning your blood, cleaning your cells and your organs, the body can do the job because there's nothing affecting and can do the real job. Because remember, we produce the stem cells until we die. And everybody know that. Like I said, it's common sense. What's happened then if we're creating the stem cells and we get sick, we get worse every single day? It's simple. It's because the environment into the body, into the blood is dirty. There's too much toxin. And you know that. What we have to do is just simple. Remove all the toxins from the blood, the blood is running into the whole body. If we have good circulation, of course, and the blood is clean, everything will start cleaning by itself. Even when the scientific people study the product and they told us, works this way, with all of the technical language they use, we look at them like, what are you talking about? Because we didn't understand anything. It sounds like they were speaking, I don't know in what language. And I told them, we don't know what you're talking about, because they tell us many different words I never listened before.
Right.
And then they look at us and they said, did you understand what we say? We said, no, nothing at all. They said, okay, we'll make it simple for you. Drink this product is like you take a shower into the inside. You wash to the inside. And we said, why didn't you explain it that way before? That would make it easier. Because I told them, how can I tell people all you told me if even I didn't understand? And they told me, okay, just tell people can wash themselves into the inside. I said, okay, that's make it easier. And that's why, we try to always look for the simple words to say it. And that's why we say it's like to take a shower into the inside. Just clean up your blood, your cells, your organs, and let the body do the job. And of course, provide the right tools. When I mean the right tools, mean try to eat healthy. I know it's hard sometimes, but just try to eat healthy, try to drink water, sleep well, do not stress too much. I know it's not easy, but you can do it.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you create that right environment, the body will heal by itself. And everybody know that. Because I said, it's the body.
I like what you're saying, and I concur with you wholeheartedly. In my office, I have created an environment when people come to talk about understanding themselves more. If they're new for the first session or so, they're looking around, and if I have some aroma diffuser going on that create, kind of peaceful environment, they settle in and they will. I like your office. It's relax here, but to the point of the environment. And so, as a therapist, do the healing. I don't heal or quote unquote fix them. When they're in that environment and they're able to reflect in a safe place, then they are doing the healing in the body and the spirit within themselves. So it's connected with. So I get exactly what you're saying and concur with you 100%.
So it's the internal environment that we're talking about, doing the same thing, just kind of the internal wash and cleanse, and it's so powerful.
Yeah, exactly. And even, for us, again, using the common sense, we say human just get sick for 4 different reasons. Number 1 is spiritual. And everybody knows you can get sick just for the spiritual problems. If you're not equilibrated in that area, you're going to have problems. The second one is emotional. People get sick because the emotions, and we know that. And the third one is the economical problems. And now, the last one we always mention is the physical problems. But you know what? In my personal opinion, the physical problem or physical sickness is the result of when you have disequilibrate the first 3. I mean, spiritual, emotional, and economical. The result of those 3 is the physical problem. And everybody knows that when you have too much problem with your emotions, you're going to get sick. And everybody knows that. If you don't have money, you're going to get sick. I mean,
just worry about not having, right?
Exactly. And that's why, when we create healer team, we think, okay, we know we have spiritual problems. If you're not, like I said, equilibrated in that area, anyone can have problems. And then we say, well, the good thing is we are chaplains. We know about this. Okay, we can help people with that area. But then we say, okay, but now there's people with emotional problems. That's why, again, we said, okay, but the good thing here is we're chaplains too. This means we can help people with the emotional area. But we said, how come with the economical area? What we can do for people? And that's why we create Healer Team, in order to help people with the economical area. And we know if we get to equilibrate the three different areas, emotional, spiritual, and economical, we know the physical part will be okay, especially if we clean up the blood cells and organs. Now we're good. We have spiritual, we have emotions, we have money, and we can have the physical health too. Why not? There's many people out there saying we're making a lot of money, but they are sick. I mean, what do you want the money if you're sick? Just to pay the doctor?
Yeah, right. I know that's kind
Yeah.
of.
And that's why
And I
we
like.
said,
I like the idea of healer team. I've worked with a lot of network marketing and companies that are, getting products out. But your whole thing is about team, and working together. And I think that is you are trying to help folks with all of these, 4 different areas. And having a team, you have more people going out and sharing this message and the message of your and helping people to heal naturally.
yes.
So I think that's I like the fact that I don't. Did you come up with the name Healer Team?
Again, you won't believe me, but it
You
was
did.
another gift of God. Actually, you know what? It was amazing because I just prayed that day and I told God, if you really want me to do a multi-level marketing, give me a name because I don't know how to call it. That's what I said, to be honest. And then I just sit down in front of the computer and then I say, how can I call to the company? And I said, well, I really love the teamwork. I love it. I love, of course, to be always helping people. But I said, how can we call? And then just like something that quick, come and say Healer Team. I said, that's a good name. I said, well, but that's a catchy name. Maybe I won't get it. I start looking for online to see if I can create a website, and I found it was free. I said, wow, that's a surprise because it's a catchy name. And, I just got the name for the website, and then I talked to my attorney. I told him, you know what, I want to register a corporation and everything. And then he told me, what's the name? I said, Healer Team. And he laughed and told me, are you crazy? Do you think that's available? And I said, yes, have to be. And he told me, you have to give me another option. I said, there's no another option. And he said, why not? How about if he's got it already? I said, no, it's reserved for us. And he laughed and told me, why do you say it's reserved for you? And I said, because it's a gift of God. Just check and you will see it's open. When he checked it, he said, you're right, it's open. And I said, I told you, it was reserved for us. And that's the way we got it, Healer Team. And that's why we said, even I tell people when they call me and they told me, doctor, they have to keep drinking my medicine. I said, nobody can tell you to stop drinking your medicine except your doctor. Nobody else. I told them, if someone knocks your door and tells you I have a problem and now you can quit to your medication, call the police and shut the door off. Don't let them get in because they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
And even I tell everybody, this is a team. And the members of the team is, of course, Healer Team, okay, as a family, the person and the doctor. We have to work together, the 3 of us. Why? Because remember, the natural medicine help you to recover your health. But the thing is, allopathic doctors, they have the knowledge, they have the technology, they have everything to help you with any kind of disease. And if we work together, the secret for me is always work together as a team, because as a naturopathic doctor, we don't know what they know. And we have to know that. I mean, if someone comes with an infection, natural medicine will help him, but won't fix it like the medication does. And that's again is the common sense. And that's why I said we have to be a team, we have to be a family. If we work together as a team, as a family, and we take care of every member of the family or the team, we'll be okay. And
Mhm.
that's what the humanity needs. Be together, be a team, be a family. If we just try to be a family, to be a team and work together, everything can change. That's what we're trying to do. Just
Mhm.
being a real team, a real family, working for the humanity, for everyone. That's the
Absolutely.
idea. Yes.
Hmm. Um, what was I going to say? Tell us a little bit about some of the formulas that you have. I mean, I've seen testimonials. We've seen the person who had was diagnosed with fourth-stage liver cancer, and I know he came to you and said, or his son brought him to you, and he started drinking one of the formulas, and even though the doctor said, well, you probably have about 6 months to live, and he's still here. And that was like maybe 2 years ago. So there's something magical and special about these natural herbal formulas. And so talk a little bit about them. I think it's okay to do that.
Okay, yeah. Let me tell you this. This guy is, like you said, the testimony is right there. It's on video.
Right, on YouTube.
His son just, someone put me with him in three-way call, and he asked me how your product is gonna help you to help to my dad. And I
Mhm.
just said because we'll help him to clean up his blood, his cell, and his organs. And he told me, but how come? I said, I don't know. I just told you what I heard. They told me we'll clean up your blood, your cells, and your organs, and I believe it. Just try it. And then he said, you know what? I will put my dad on the phone tomorrow with my family, and they're gonna have some question for you. I said, okay, that's okay. Then he come back to the phone the next day, and his daddy was on the phone. And his dad later he said, I was tired of different products because he said when you get sick, everybody has an answer for the problem.
Right.
Everyone recommends something, and that's
Hmm.
true.
Hmm.
And then he said, well, but I will listen what this guy has to tell me because he said I was tired to listen everybody. He said I listen different naturopathic doctors, allopathic doctors. I've been everywhere looking for a solution, and I didn't find anything. When I was on the phone with him, I just told he asked me, "Why do you think this product is gonna help me?" And I told him, "All I can tell you is the product will help you to clean up your blood, your cell, and your organs. And after that, you will create the right environment into your body in order to let it heal by itself." And I given him a little bit more of this information, and then he just told me, "Okay, that's it for my side." And I said, "Okay." And then his son just asked to his mom, "Do you have some question, mom?" She said, "Yes, I have a question for Dr. Cubias." And he said, "Yes, what's your question?" And she said, "When he can start drinking it?" And I said, "That's all the question you have?" And she said, "Yes, how can I get it?" I said, "Okay, if he wants to start drinking tomorrow, he can do it." And we send the product to him, and then he started drinking the product. Even when I talked to him, he told me, "I have arthritis, I have diabetes, and many different problems, circulation problem, all of that." And I remember I told him, he told me, "What are you gonna give me for arthritis and diabetes?" And I told him, "Right now, cancer is killing you, not the arthritis, not the diabetes. I
Right.
mean, we get worried for cancer, and later we'll see how it's everything."
Hmm.
We sent him the product. He started drinking it, and about 20 days later, he called me back. He was at that time, I think, 79 or 80 years old, something like that. And he called me back 20 days later, and he told me, "Doctor, I was drinking the product. I was drinking 1 bottle per day,
Mm.
and I saw many changes in my life. The pains of the arthritis is gone already." I said, "Don't worry, just keep drinking it." And he kept drinking it. 36 days later, I mean, after the 36 days, he called me back. And to be honest with you, I didn't answer the phone. He called me because he started calling me early in the morning, about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, it's too early. I don't want to answer the phone. And I didn't answer the phone. Anyway, he called to Ana Saldivar. And then she called me and she told me, he wants to talk to you. And I said, why? you know? And then I picked up the phone and he told me, doctor, I didn't talk even with my family. I didn't call to my son because I want to call to talk to you before. I said, okay, what's happening? He told me, I went to get an MRI and the doctor says my body is clean of tumors,
Mm.
100% clean. And I said, thanks God. And he told me, and I got my blood test, and the doctor says the normal level of cancer cells in anybody who's healthy, the normal number is 5. And he said, and my level is 4.6. And I said, what that mean? And he told me, the oncologist told me, is most probably he died of cancer and not me. I mean, he was 100% clean of cancer. And I said, great. We knew that. And he told
Mhm.
me, and you know what, doctor? I said, what? He said, my sugar, it was in 250, 300. And right
Mm.
now, I have it in 105.
Wow.
I said, great, that's good. And you know, the good thing is after that, he didn't drink product anymore. And thanks God, he's still free of cancer.
It's
And he
amazing.
said,
Yeah.
you can listen to him on the video. He said, the reason why I decided to drink the product is because when I talked with Dr. Cubias, he told me, we'll clean up your blood. And he said, his doctor, his oncologist told him, I removed the tumor of your colon, but I couldn't remove it from your blood. And that's why when I told him, we'll clean up your blood, he said, that's what I need because I
Mhm.
need to clean up my blood. He said, the oncologist told me he cannot remove it from my blood. And you know,
Right.
after that, it was funny because he said, when I drank 6 bottles already, I was hating you. I said, why? Yeah. He said, because I felt horrible. I felt different things, you know. He said, I had diarrhea. I hate even to see the bottle
Wow.
Mm.
He
because
was probably
everything,
detox.
yeah, everything was removing. And then I said,
Mhm.
okay, what happened later? He said,
Mhm.
well, what I did is I just focus in the result and I forget about the process. I keep
Mhm.
drinking it. Because usually, to be honest with you, when someone called me and told me, doctor, I'm feeling bad because this and this, and you know, to give you a sample, if you have arthritis and you want to get off the arthritis, you have to remove what is causing the problem, right?
Right.
Mhm.
But because you've been, in that case, in the case of arthritis, you've been with the uric acid for a long time,
Yeah.
that means now your body recognize the uric acid as part of the body. And
Mhm.
you're trying to remove, the body start complaining. And the way
Yeah.
to complain is the pain. you know
That's
Mhm.
right.
and that
Mhm.
and that's why most of the people hate me when they start drinking the product, because they say, now I have pain before I didn't have it. And then he said, but anyway, I keep drinking the product and thanks God now I'm clean. And when they call me, most of the time when the people call me and tell me, doctor, I'm feeling this and this, I say, keep drinking it. And they,
Mhm.
but I have pain. Yeah, that's good. And they get mad
Mhm.
because they say, how come you can say it's good you have pain now? And I tell them, because that means your body know you're drinking a product right now. Remember, when you drink a natural product and you don't feel nothing, that means it's not working. You know what I mean? But if you have a serious problem and you start feeling different situations, that means your body recognize there's something into the body doing something. And
Right.
the good, that was the good thing with him, you know. And like I said, until now, 3 years later, he's still out of cancer. Thanks God. And testimonies like that, we have many and many around basically the whole world with different type of cancer. Thanks God, they are still alive, free of cancer. Actually, I know another person who drank the product 20 years ago, used to have metastasized cancer, and until now he's still free of cancer. I mean, believe me, we can keep talking the whole night about different testimonies, and the night will be short. In 25 years, we have many people around.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm asking Janet to put up a number up there so that we can help you to feel, because I have people that are going to have questions and want to follow up and want to find out how they can get the products. And I know you have a lot of people on your team, so we can field, we can get people to folks on your team so that you're not bombarded with questions. So there will be a number put up there where people can.
Okay.
We'll shield you from all of the calls. Let's put it that way. We'll make sure that people get what they need.
Okay.
That Dr. Mark on our team, and a number of people who are anxious to help people and work with folks. So you can let me see. Okay, so the number is there. People can also go to the website. But I know we're going to have a lot of people who will say, how do we get those products? How do we get in touch with him? How do we, so, I mean, I was like, I was so excited the first time I saw the video with the gentleman who was, who had the liver cancer. I said, I want to know more about this. How do we get those products? What do we do? I was so excited because, working in natural health and wellness, it's always exciting to see things that come from people like yourself who have a genuine heart, who really want to help people to heal themselves, who really want to see people pain-free and, anxiety-free and physical problems. So
Yeah, actually, we look at this way. Being healthy is really simple. What we have to do is just be responsible for ourselves. I mean, all of us know, for example, I've been in a conference and I ask people, raise your hand if you think drink water is a healthy practice. Everybody raise their hand.
right.
I ask them, raise your hand if you think make exercise is a good practice. Everybody raise their hand. And I ask them, raise your hand if you think eat healthy is a good practice. Everybody raise their hand. And I always ask people, if you know all of that, why don't you do it? I mean, it's common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because believe me, you can ask even if we're right here asking people, tell us if you think to drink water is healthy practice, everybody will say yes. But if you ask them, how much water do you drink? Most of them will tell you not too much. Because most people don't want to drink water. I don't know why.
It's
And
crazy.
that's one of the most important problems for people. I mean, people is not drinking water, and everybody know when you don't drink water, you get sick easy.
Easy.
Why?
You know, it's so funny watching animals. Like we have a new puppy, and she drinks water all day long. It's like instinctual. She knows that she needs to drink water all day long.
I know.
How come people aren't that smart?
Because you know why? Because we think we are too smart to do the same way of the animals. That's the only reason we think we are too smart. But you can see, for example, most of the people, they don't want even a stretch when they get up. All the animals get it. They do it. That's the first thing they do. They drink water. Yeah, you can see dogs. They don't eat some stuff they know is not good for them.
Right.
But humans, they do it. And like I said, I ask people, do you think drink water is good? Remember, water will help you to remove the toxins because it will be easier to flush everything out.
Water.
Exactly. Cells, the cells are like the grapes. There's a lot of liquid on it.
Right.
But the problem is when you don't drink water, what happened with the grape if you remove all the liquid?
Right.
You know how it is.
Somebody
Exactly.
who's listening said it's programming and indoctrination. We have a lot of other choices, and marketing you know, a lot of those things that are marketed to us, and they're normalized. So people think that, you know, grabbing a soda or grabbing some wine or whatever is what your body needs because everybody's doing it. And just because everyone's doing it, it's like they, you know, when you're little, your parents ask you if everyone's going to jump off a bridge, you're going to jump off the bridge too. You know, it's like, at what point do we make choices for ourselves that are healthier than what everybody is doing?
Actually, you know what? I was in Colombia about 5 years ago, 6 years, something like that. And, you know, I feel frustrated because I went to the store to buy water and they charged me almost $3 for one bottle of water of 16 ounces.
Mm.
Wow.
And I said, $3? That's crazy. Who can buy water like this? And they told me, we have soda right there. They have a bottle of 5 liters of soda for only $1.25.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And they told me, why don't you get the soda better? And I said, no, because I love the mountains. I love all of those kind of places. And I told them, I never see the soda coming out of from the mountains.
No.
If my body needed, I told them, I bet you will be right there. And I never see it. All I see on the mountains is water. That means the body needs water, no soda. But you know, that's crazy because right there, soda is much cheaper than the water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
So
to keep
true.
keep the populace addicted and unhealthy. You know,
Even if you see and you use the common sense, water is more expensive than gasoline. You know that?
Yes, it is.
It's
It
more
ab-
expensive.
yeah.
Because remember, for gasoline right here in California, you pay right now, I think it's about 5.70 something the gallon. But
5 cents?
water, 5.70 something, yes. But water, you pay 125 or 150 for one bottle of 16 ounces. And the gallon has about 7 bottles. I
Right.
mean, we're paying almost $8 for a gallon of water.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's more expensive than the gas.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It
I
is.
mean, yeah, and that's why I say, you know, but anyway, if we just drink water, believe me, life change because there's a lot of people suffering constipation, but they don't drink water.
That's right. That's
And
right.
how come you want everything flush very well out if you're not drinking water?
Yeah.
It's so simple, you know, and people just make, you know, you see all these commercials online for, you know, how you can lose weight. And it's all different, you know, little pills and gummies. And, you know, if people drink, I mean, the average person doesn't drink 8 glasses of water a day. And if they just started doing that, you know, that would help to flush all of the different, you know, toxins, the extra waste, the extra stuff that we put down there. Some people think that, you know, going to the bathroom once a day is normal. But if you eat 3 times a day or 4 times a day, you know, it's like, what happens to all that food? If you
Sometimes,
just-
Actually, if you ask people, are you going to the bathroom very well? They said, yeah, I'm normal.
every other day, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Or once in a week, but it's
once a
normal.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, that's normal. You
Woo.
know, sometime I asked to the old guys, did you get up to pee at nighttime? They said, that's normal. How many times? 4 or 5 times. I said, that's normal? Yes, that's normal. I said, no, that's not normal. That means you have a prostate problem. You know, that's another thing. I always recommend people learn about the symptoms because if you read about the symptoms, you can know what is happening to your body. Pay attention to the language of your body because your body tells you everything. The problem is we're too busy. We never learn the language of the body. We never pay attention to the body. That's the major problem. But the body tells you everything. All we have to do is learn how to listen to the body because the body will tell you everything. And even you can see, when you see the skin of the people, you can know if they drink water or not. I mean, just with water, life changed totally. That's what I said.
Yes.
If we really want to recover the health, we have to start drinking water, eating
Do.
okay. But remember
Mhm.
this, because we didn't do it before, we need to help the body to remove the toxins we accumulate until now. That's the
Mhm.
most important thing. I mean,
Yes.
because if you change the way you eat, you will help to your body, of course. But the thing is, how long will it take to your body remove by itself all the toxins?
Mhm.
And most of the people remember this when they say you have to disintoxicate your body, they talk about the colon. And what they do is just cause diarrhea. And that's not disintoxicating your body. That's bad for the body
That's
because
right.
later you're going to have a problem into the colon. I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
that's not a real disintoxication
Right.
because you're just causing another problem.
Mhm.
You know that the thing right here I always say is we were using a different way to say everything because, like I said, we have too much. How can I say fake information out there?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
the problem is there's a lot of people who know how to talk to the other people, and the worst part is they think they know.
Yeah.
I mean, because they learn all of that information and now they think they really know how to do it. And I
Mhm.
tell them no. But one part of the problem I think is because nobody wants to read. People don't want to read. They
Right.
don't want to read. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I always say internet, you can use it more than being playing on Facebook. I
Mhm.
mean, you know,
Yeah.
you remember before we have to go to the library looking for a book and start reading. Now all you have to do is just write on Google and you get it. I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
it's
Or AI
easy.
now. You can do AI
Now,
now, and we
exactly.
get a
Now
lot
we
of
have the
information.
tools. Now
Yeah.
we have the tools, but nobody uses for that. People
Yeah.
use it just for WhatsApp, for all of the social medias. I
Mhm.
mean, everybody's just worried to get likes, but nobody's worried how learn or what to learn about their
Right.
body. That's the
One of
problem.
my one of my friends, in fact, he's actually started using your products, and on the end of his email, he says, "Ignorant in this age of information, ignorance is a choice,"
Mm.
and it is. You
That's
know,
good. Yeah, I like it.
yeah, we have all the information available to us, and people pretend to not know about certain things or don't look into it. Just it's a choice, So some people, I see people on Facebook and stuff. Just every time I see them, they're complaining. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, I'm sick, and and I've offered like to help, and okay, I'm going to call you, man. I'm going to contact you, and then I never hear from them because their story is about being sick and down. You know.
That's
So,
true.
Dr. Cubias, does the product? One of the things I'm excited about your product is you've not said once if there are side effects. And every time I listen to commercials and the pharmaceuticals of selling products,
Ooh.
they have a list of if this, don't take this. If this, don't take this. If
And
this, don't
this
take
can
this.
lead
This
to,
could lead to.
and the
I'm going,
last thing
well,
is death. Always.
why would I want to take that? But I haven't heard you say anything on that side. But I
It's a
appreciate it.
good
And
question.
I'm excited about. Well, wow, this is producing health healer. And what do you say to that?
Let me tell you this, just to give you a sample. My wife, she was pregnant 9 years ago, and she was drinking limping cell during the 9 month of the pregnant stage. I mean, all the products, everything, you find a disclaimer right there saying not for pregnant women, right?
Mhm.
Okay, but thanks God with limping cell, like I said, my wife drink it and it was safe. Even the baby, he born really clean and healthy. And until now, he's still healthy. I mean, because she drinks the product and she was pregnant.
Mhm.
I
Can
mean,
small children take it as well? Small
I'm sorry?
children.
Oh,
Small
yeah, of
children
course.
take it
Of
as well.
course. Remember, if she drinks when she was pregnant, the kid can drink it. There's no problem. We give it to him when he born. And we didn't have any problem with him. Actually, basically, we never take him to the doctor because we didn't need to.
Mhm.
My father, he's 82 years old. He doesn't drink any pill. My mom, 76 years old, she doesn't drink any pill because, thanks God, they have good health. And
Mhm.
all they drink when they feel any issue is limping cell. That's all they drink.
That's great. I wish I'd
Yeah,
known about this from my parents.
yeah, believe
Unfortunately,
me.
gone on to
Is
glory now, but for me to be able to share this with other elders, I
yeah,
think that's a good thing.
yeah. And remember, like I said, all you need to do is clean up your blood, your cells, and your organs. Believe me, I will say that even with my last breath. Yeah,
Hmm.
because that's all you need. If you do that, everything should be okay. But like I said, we have to work as a team. Doctors, naturopathic people, I mean, in this case, doctors, healer team, and the people. If we
Hmm.
work together as a team, we can do big, big changes. But we have to
Yeah.
work as a team. Believe me, as a naturopathic doctor, I always say we really need to work together. I just
That's
look at this way and tell me if I'm wrong. Right now, there's a dispute, I can say. For example, naturopathic doctors, they want to think they have the truth. And allopathic doctors, they think they have the truth. Both of them suppose has a goal. And the goal is prevent to people to get sick, right? But they are busy fighting between them and the people is dying for anything. I mean, we're not
sad.
doing the job.
Hmm. Hmm.
For in my point, it's like, for example, with the religion, you can see now we have a church everywhere,
Yeah.
but all of them think they have the truth. And
Yeah.
what happened with people now? We're worse. Now we have many problems everywhere. We have more church. I mean, we're not doing the right job
Yeah.
because
So
we're busy